I was asked to share with the WTTC group some information about career work in Muskegon County through Muskegon ISD. So we're going to share today a little bit about how we're shaping tomorrow through career exposure activities. But first, I want to give you a little quiz. See if you know either one of these people on the screen. Give you a hint. For the one on the left, I think the one on the right is pretty self-explanatory, I believe, but the one on the left, this is a little hint. And the person on the left is Laura Ingalls Wilder, who has published many, many books as a famous author. The person on the right is Tiger Woods. And both of these pioneers impacted their craft. Both are household names, and both were tremendously successful. However, there's one key difference: the age at which they discovered their life calling. Tiger Woods won his first major tournament at 15, and Laura Ingalls Wilder published her first Little House on the Prairie book when she was age 65. So imagine if Laura Ingalls Wilder had 50 more years of writing, what she could have done as an author. And that's the critical point today, is that we don't have 50 years to wait to impact those life skills and those thoughts about someone's passion and potential careers. We all know that the college tuition costs are rising dramatically, especially compared to inflation, both at private and public colleges. And we also know that student loan borrowers are now graduating with an average of nearly $40,000 in student loan debt, and it's even higher if you're at a private school for that debt. And so that's why it's important to myself and to the ISD that we focus on careers, and it's a very important part of our strategic planning process and a part of our plan that we look at how we can impact careers not only at the high school level but even younger levels as well. And so today I'm going to share with you some of the programs we're running that provide those career exposure opportunities even at a very, very young age. First, we'll talk about the CTC, and many of you know about the CTC, but we are well over 800 students enrolled for next year already, and this is coming from 16 districts within the county, with Whitehall being our biggest sending district. We're actually well over capacity in several programs, including welding, construction, auto collision, and auto mechanics. And so we're now thinking about our future and how we can provide more options and opportunities in those programs because the enrollment is so high. I know many of you have visited the Tech Center and know all about it, but here is a quick snippet of the building and the location and the programs that we offer at the Tech Center. We're very proud of the Tech Center and the programs run there, and students have great exposure to many different careers through programming at the Tech Center. Next, we're going to talk about a groundbreaking collaboration that we have in the county called Middle Vision, and this is a collaboration between our Tech Center, Muskegon Public Schools, and Orchard View Schools, and it's aimed at middle school students. The middle school students don't necessarily want to wait or we don't want them to wait until they're a junior or senior to be at the Tech Center and to find out what they're good at. So enter the Middle Vision program, which again is a collaboration between Muskegon, Orchard View, and the CTC. And the middle school students meet at the CTC twice a week after school hours, so it's an after school program. And they do 6-week chunks in deep dives into careers like criminal justice, auto body, collision, author, like we mentioned with Laura Ingalls Wilder, and several others. And if they like what they do here, we encourage them to enroll in the CTC and think about their future when they're going into high school. And these deep dives are really design thinking approach around problems and learning about these careers and problem solving, critical thinking skills they need in those careers. Pretty cool programs, and students get some really good experiences with that. So like Laura Ingalls Wilder waiting until she was 65, we want our middle school students to get that thought about their career and their passions sooner in middle school programs like this. We also offer a career camp to middle school students, and it's coming up June 12th to the 15th, where we have 100 students that are at the Career Tech Center 4 days that week to really choose and look at some hands-on career exploration classes and learn much about the careers that those programs offer and those exposure activities they can have in there. Very hands-on learning. The kids love it, enjoy that time. So again, another way we expose middle school students to career options.
So then now I discover ways where I can solve problems in the world to grow.
We'll skip that video just to benefit of time, but want to jump into some of our high school programming again, and some of the other work experience and internships we offer. Throughout the county, we have hundreds of interns that are paired up with employers across the county through the CTC and also through our local high schools. We actually have a career specialist who helps with internships at our local districts to help them get those students placed. So many employers involved with that, and hundreds of students that are in those internships. We are piloting a new program this year through grant funding through the state of Michigan, where 10 students are going to be in something called the My Coach program. These students will be taking summer courses online 2 days a week in the healthcare field, and they're actually looking at a program around community health workers, which is a very big shortage in the state. And then these students, when they complete that program online, will have a paid internship opportunity through Health West to practice those skills in the community health worker area. We're very excited to have 10 students signed up for this. I would say we're one of several in the state that have all the slots filled for students, and some other areas are struggling. So we're proud of the work that Kyle has done with Health West and the Tech Center to get this going. We had 900 plus students participate in a career exploration day, which was exciting. We also had just over 400 students attend a future focused job fair. So the career exploration day was more about learning about careers and just getting some information, whereas the job fair was focused on jobs available in Muskegon County and those students graduating from high school that are looking for jobs and or long-term careers. And along with that, we actually virtualized the job fair. So when the job fair was done in person, we now have a spot that students and families can visit to look at this virtual job fair online. And we've had over 4,000 visitors in that virtual format as well. Let's jump down to elementary school. We have a Kickstart to Career program where we had this year alone 611 family deposits were made during our spring deposit days. The Kickstart to Career program offers kindergarten students a $50 deposit in a bank account to hopefully grow over time over their career as a student in elementary, middle school, and high school. And then as they go into post-secondary needs, they have a bank account that is hopefully grown with family deposits and things happening with that lets them help down that career path. Whether it's college, trade school, right into the world of work, they have a way, maybe a base amount to help them into that career. And not only do we provide those deposits through the Community Foundation and a grant, but we also work with those classrooms to talk about careers and thinking about their future early on. And then we also held a career exploration event at the farmers market this year, which looked at agricultural careers and the world of food processing, and had over 750 attendees at that event, and was very well received. We're going to skip over that video to save some time, and also this is just a screenshot of the career exploration. We'll skip that video again to save some time for you. Jumping into the Promise. The Promise has expanded again and is now offering 850 students the ability to go to college for free at Baker MCC. The requirements changed to drop down to 3.25 GPA or the top 30% in their graduating class. And we're also offering now to homeschool students a Promise option. And the Promise is also being provided to students at the CTC who have a 3.25 in their career path or career program. So they may not have the GPA requirement at their local school, but if they make the GPA requirement in their program at the CTC, they also are being offered a promise scholarship to continue the path in that career area, which we think is very exciting and hopefully an economic stimulus for Muskegon County. Real quickly, here's Chris Dean from the Promise Board about this expansion.
Caring about the youth of the community and creating opportunity for the growth and development. And I want people to be proud of, this is what my hometown did for me.
So we're excited about the expansion of the Promise yet again and getting more students that ability to have school paid for at Baker MCC. I'm going to jump into our adult education world as a last point. We have a program we've run for many years successfully called Linked Muskegon. The state of Michigan actually approached us to design this program, which we did about 8 or 9 years ago, and we've been running it ever since. And this program takes adult education students from 3 of the local programs here in Muskegon County and has them take an after-school course. So again, another option beyond the normal school hours at our tech center. These students take a course at the tech center and work towards their GED at the same time through the adult education programs. This year, we had 50 adult students from those adult education programs. 48 of them completed their CTE course. 17 of those gained employment in their CTE path, and we also had 10 enroll in post-secondary, and 15 of those students obtained a high school diploma or GED. We're hoping to see those numbers go up yet this summer as we just held our showcase event in May and trying to match up those students that got through the program to potential employment in the future. A successful program for us with a pretty tough population of students that have seen a lot of hurdles in their life that have kept them from advancing, and this gives them a new shot in the future in a career path that they have found interesting, and also gaining that high school credential important to them. And then last but not least, we were hoping to have this to unveil with you at the WTTC meeting, but wasn't quite ready for prime time. But coming to a screen near you soon will be a series called The Dream Job, and we're actually using students to interview, highlight, and look at some of the cool jobs that are available in Muskegon County, and that will show what those jobs are and how students can get into those jobs in the future. And it's going to take a student lens, which we think is pretty cool, and should be a great series to share across the county in the future. Thanks for your time. I'm glad you were able to see this, and we know that every student has a career in them, and it's our job to find it with them. And this is many of the ways that Muskegon ISD is helping to do that. Thank you.